Hi guys, how's it going? Long time no see. I have the Tarot of the Sidhe. Oh my gosh, and what a cool deck. I just have to say, just like right off the hop. Box is awesome, really good, sturdy, good for traveling with. Like you can pull it apart, which is awesome, which is really handy because some of these boxes, they don't come apart. So this is made by Emily Carding. There's lots of reviews out there. I'm not going to show all the cards in the deck. I'm just going to touch base on some of my favorites. Now I'm going to be heading this as the tarot review, but also experiences, because oh my gosh, experiences. This deck is amazing. Like, I wasn't drawn to the artwork when I first saw it, and I first saw reviews of people putting them out. I wasn't a huge fan of these cards. Yeah, but they just slowly kind of kept coming up and more frequently until basically the time I purchased them. I was like, all right, already, I'll get these cards, and if I don't like them, I'll send them packing. So. But yeah, they're not packing. They're staying. They're definitely staying. Oh my lord. So one of the experiences, the day I actually got the cards, I was really, when I finally decided to purchase them, I got really excited about getting them. And these are the backs of the cards. So maybe I'll show some of the cards while I'm talking. So basically, here they are. So they're titled a little bit different. But, yeah, so a bunch of things happened, basically. The day that I got these cards, on the way to picking them up, okay, first of all, I was wearing this bracelet, which is crazy, because I didn't even realize, like, okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's, like, this little glyph on there. Well, this was on my wrist that day. And it's so funny because while I was getting ready, I was thinking, I wonder if my deck's going to come in today. And then as I was driving to the post office, because for us we have to drive to the post office, as I was driving to the post office, there was some kind of song that was on. I had never heard it before, but in the chorus, like the main, one of the main words, I guess, in the chorus that comes around and around was she. That was like the emphasis word. And it's so funny because yeah, my deck arrived, like it was there, and I was like, whoa, this is craziness. Just the fact that, like, I was standing in the post office waiting in line, and this she just kept coming up, and then I was like, whoa, I wonder if that's because my deck is here or whatever. Yeah, so turns out it was and I got to play and enjoy it right after. So this is the backings of the cards, and I will show you one of the, oh, we got some issues going on here. Oh no. I'm going to try and adjust you. There. Hopefully you can see me. One main card that, when I was flipping through the deck, that instantly stood out, now this is also a bit of a synchronicity kind of thing, instantly stood out to me, was this, the Pan card. And it was crazy because this Pan guy came into a dream, like that evening, basically. So that was pretty nuts. And I actually had him in my dream twice, like 2 times, 2 different nights. So that was pretty crazy. So this card was extremely powerful for me. Now, I didn't finish what I was going to say because I was all excited about doing this review. But with this whole thing, this glyph, so you can see there's like a glyph on the back of the cards, right? Well, this particular glyph is actually tattooed on some of the characters. I had pulled it out. So on here you can actually see the S with the curly guys on the tree, and you can see they have little tattoos on them. well, and this one, this ace, or, well, it's the maker, Earth, he actually has these, you can see right there at the corner, right on him as well. So I just thought that was so crazy that I happened to be wearing that bracelet, which I had no idea about this. Like, I knew there was a big glyph, but I didn't realize, like, this actual same symbol that's on here is on these characters, these beings. So wow, yeah, like these cards are just stunning. When you're with them, when you're next to them and you're holding them, you can really feel that power, that energy come off of them. You don't feel it as much, I find, when you're not next to them and you're looking at reviews, but as soon as you hold them in your hands, it's just like, holy crap. Now, the funny thing is with this Pan character is he, yeah, was huge for me and really came through strong, and I was kind of freaked out by him a little bit because the dream was really weird too, but I'm not going there. So then I show the deck to, these are some of my favorite cards, that's why I'm showing them to you. I showed the deck to a friend of mine who also does readings, and he started flipping through, and then all of a sudden, like, he really loved the deck, and he actually bought it like right after he saw it as well. He went, whoa, and then flipped through a little bit more, and I was like, what was the card that you said whoa to? And he was like, oh, and then he pulled it out. He pulled the same card. He pulled it out, and he's like, my body had, he said that his body had a total reaction to it, like an instant, like almost like a physical, chemical kind of reaction, which is exactly what happened with me as well. My whole body just went, and it wasn't like scared or anything. It was just so powerful. I don't know how else to describe it. Something I've never really felt before. And I think he might have even dreamed him too. I'm trying to think if he came in. I'll have to ask him. So it's crazy. And just kind of goes to show with this deck, like, yeah, its strength that it has. Sorry if you can't see this very well. I have to turn on an angle because of the glare. But, you know, he got this deck, and for the first time, like, ever even holding it, he had it for the big reading function that we were doing together. And he actually, like, was able to read, like, right off the hop with them. So, you know, that goes to show that there's a lot to these cards. Because as you can see, you know, they don't shy away from anything that's a little bit more disturbing. You definitely get a sense of that power, like for instance, loss here, but this is actually called soul loss. So you get like that little keyword at the bottom, which is really great, and it aids to the card. And then at the top you have the area, the suit. And so the Dreamer 3. So Dreamers are your swords. So they did change the names. Dreamers are swords. Warriors are fire. The Makers. Here, let's see if I can find a Maker. Makers are your Pentacle suit, the Earth suit. And Dancers are your water suit. Now, the Dancer, this one particularly, I pulled out because it's a card that I don't like. Born of Joy. I'm not a huge fan. I think it's just the kid's face. I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not sure why. It's just something about it. Just kind of throws me a little off. This one too, I'm not a huge fan of this one. But it's just about the proportions, I think, perhaps. I'm not sure what it is. It just kind of makes me not really like it as much. But, you know, there are so many powerful cards and so many gorgeous cards to this deck that it just totally outweighs, you know, one particular card. Even this is just huge to me. And it says on the bottom, the Great Task, Warrior 10. So this would be your fire suit. So 10 of wands. So amazing deck, really is. A lot of people have made mention about how they really feel like these are real beings, and I'm 100% with them, especially with such a huge impact from this man. Oh my gosh, yeah. So one thing about this deck with working with it, because I did do that large function with it as well, we both did, it's quite large, like it's a bit larger than your average tarot deck. It's more of an oracle size, so you can see like my hand, you know, I can just grab, it's quite thick as well, the cardstock is really good. Sorry. So you can see that, but also because of the gloss on here, it's a little bit harder to shuffle. They stick a little bit, kind of like the Marielle, very similar. I think it's Schiffer Publishing too. Yeah, it is. So that's who made the Marielle as well. So it's very similar feel to the Marielle. But I think I'm running out of time, so I better wrap it up. This was the Tarot of the She. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Go and get it. And your socks will be blown off. Take care, guys. So I completely forgot about showing you guys the little guidebook that goes with this deck. You can see it's kind of smaller, but it's decent actually in size. You can see there, and it's all in one language. So it is, let's just take a look, 96 pages, and there is the artist, Emily Carding. This is a really good book though. I really like it. She kind of did some different things. We have an introduction, creating the deck, and she does a lot of the processing of how this deck was created. It was created by channeling these beings, and that's why like the artwork is so you know, very quick and childlike. We have the who are the she. It's because like the whole channeling aspect, it you know, you have to do it quickly, so that's why they have like this unfinished quality. So the cards, use and care of the cards. Yeah, almost like these little poems, as if the card is talking to you, and then you have the keywords, and then she kind of talks about the process down here with the artist notes. So it's really awesome. I really like it, and so we're still in the major arcana here. Now, when she goes to the minor arcana, it's a little bit different. So you can see it's a little bit shorter. So Dancer, that would be our water suit. So Dancer, Prince, water, the Prince of Water, or Prince of Cups. So then there's just like this little poem here that kind of pertains to the card and helps you give you a good understanding of what it's about. And then you have keywords as well. So it's a nice little touch on it. It's something a little different, a different spin. You also get, see, it's transitioning to the makers here. That's our earth suit they show. So then they kind of talk about that, the makers, and what they're all about. Yeah, now there are some spreads in this book as well. Using the card, single card, 3-card spread, using the card spreads, example spreads. Now this one was a cool one, pentagram career spread. I like that one, it was really neat. So she does give some different samples as well. Here's another one, the hexagram relationship spread. That was awesome too. Yeah, I like these ones, so they're really, really good spreads. I did this one as well. Septagram spread of the whole self. So they're pretty decent. And then there's the big glyph, and they said that you can actually meditate on this glyph. So yeah, we have invocation. So it's connecting with the she, basically. So you can do channeling of the she with this glyph, basically. So the idea is you light a candle, you focus on the glyph, and yeah. And then things kind of come through, and then ends with the song. So that's really it. Great little book, a nice companion to go with it, and kind of gives some new food for thought for the cards. So definitely check out this deck.